Hello and welcome to Teach Me Money Methods. In today's video, I'm actually going to be kind of going over the first time, kind of learning to as we go, learning together how to create a coloring book in Microsoft Word. So I know that there's a lot of people that might only be used to using Microsoft Word. They may be a little bit intimidated by all the softwares that are out there, even PowerPoint. You could be intimidated, and there's definitely more advanced features that you're going to find inside of Microsoft products than even, say, Canva. So it's pretty safe to say that you can do almost anything or probably even more in Microsoft Word than you could even in Canva. Canva just is easier, more user friendly to use, and that's what's so appealing about Canva. But certainly, if you have Microsoft Word installed, you can use Microsoft Word. You can export these as PDFs, and you can do borders, and you can change the size. So it does work a lot like PowerPoint or even Canva. So we're going to jump in. I'm going to show you a quick tutorial. We're going to try to create a couple coloring pages with Microsoft Word. So let's jump right in. So what I did was I've gone over to Creative Fabrica and I've just found some coloring book background from Creative Fabrica. And I went ahead and just downloaded that. It was a big file. I think it was like 1 gigabyte for the 50 designs or whatever. So I already have those installed. So we're going to go ahead and jump into Microsoft Word. Let's see if we can bring the line. We're going to grab this and we're going to send this backwards. So send it backwards and then check it out. So now you have this line in the background. You could get even more fancy if you want. Okay, so we're in Microsoft Word, and the default canvas on Microsoft Word is already 8.5 by 11. So it's already the size that you want, right? You can change the different sizes. If you are going to go, you would go over to Layout or Design, and then you would go over to Layout, and then you'd go to Size, your paper size, and then you have all these different standard ones. And then you can also go to more paper sizes and do you can do a custom size as well. So what you would do, once you have the right size that you're going for, then you can, and we're just going to go ahead and stay on 8.5 by 11, right? So you have 8.5 by 11. You can also change margins and orientation and all that stuff. So you can go ahead and go with a margin. We're going to go ahead and place a border on this. So if you go to Design, you can actually go over to Page Borders, right? And then you can select, we're going to put a box border on here. And the 0.0125 is, or the 0.125 is a standard bleed. So if we go over here and we just do a half point or whatever, we're going to put the border on here, right? And you can select the thickness of it with the width, width and the point. And then you just select box and see what happens. You have a border on here, right? So if you want to switch the actual margin, then you could switch the margin by going to just margins here, and it will change the different margin types or whatever, right? So we have our border on there, and it has a standard bleed, right? And then margins, I'm just going to go with the normal margin. Okay. So then now what we're going to want to do is we already downloaded our coloring book background, and you're going to just go into Insert, and we're going to go into Pictures, and from this device right here, and then we're going to go up to Downloads, and we're going to find some different designs right here, a JPEG design, and then we have all these different designs up here, right? So we can just select one. I'm going to select this one right here. We're going to insert that. And so what you'll notice right away is that this is not, it won't let you really move around like when you are inside Canva or, some of my PowerPoint tutorials. You're not going to be able to move around quite yet, but what you want to do is go up here and click on this button up here. You're going to need to click on this one right here. It says tight. Just go ahead and click on that. Then it will allow you to fix position on page. So we're going to click that. And now we're able to move this around freely. So we're going to go ahead and now we can move this around to the borders, right? I'm going to go ahead and drag this down. So super simple. You're going to have that on the page just like that. Okay, so now you have a nice border, you have a line to stop for when you're coloring, and you have a nice page on there, right? So then next, what you can do, a couple other different things that you can do. We're going to do another one. So we're going to insert a blank page. So I'm just going to click up here like that, and we're going to do a blank page, and it just moves it down, right? So then we have one, we're going to come back to this, and I'm going to show you some more stuff you can do with that. But now we have another one, right? So let's actually bring in another one real quick, just while we're working on this. Insert pictures and from this device, and we're going to pick another one. Let's go with this one. Looks kind of cool with that little black in the background. Looks good. Move that up actually. Okay. So then you're going to go back over here, like we said. We're going to go over, click that, and then we're going to fix position on page. And then now we can move this where we need it to go, right? Going to drag this over. We have our borders, which are nice, right? And we're going to come back down right there. So then now we have this, and you can also kind of just touch it up a little bit, make sure it's good. You can see that it's not perfect, but right on the line. Okay. So then we have our next page. Okay. So now what you can do is we're going to go back down here to this one. And now let's do some text. Okay. So now you can grab and you can insert and you can do some text. We're going to grab our word art, grab this on here, and oops, it went to the wrong one. Just going to come down real quick. All right, so we have our text on the page here. We're just going to leave that your text here, and a couple things that you can do. So this can be a quote if you're doing a quote coloring book or something, right? And you can go like that, and then we're going to make this text. We're going to make it bigger. So we're going to go back to home, and we're going to find a different font right here. So we can find a different font. This Cooper is nice. A nice free one, and then we're going to go ahead and just make it bigger. Okay, so then we're going to center it and see how it has the lines, the crosshair lines in green. That lets you know you're right on the center of the page. And then I don't like the text, all this empty space in here. I like it to be a little tighter. And so how you do that is you highlight that and you right click and you're going to go to paragraph. You're going to go down to spacing. You're going to keep it on multiple. But then what you're going to want to do here is 0.5 is too tight. So you're going to want to go and do a 0.75 and enter. And it just makes it a lot nicer. Then we're going to recenter this. Now, one more thing we need to do. We have black text right here. And there are some coloring books that have a black text like that, right? But we're going to go ahead and go like this. We're going to go to our shape format. And then we're going to do text fill. We want the text fill to be white. And then we want to go to text outline and we want to make that black. Okay, and then we're going to go one more time, text outline, and we're going to go down to weight, and we're going to make this where it looks good. We're going to have it pop. You can make it pop with the 3 right there, or like that. We're going to go with a 3 right here. So you can make it bigger. So there you go. You have this, all kinds of things you can do, right? You want to get even more fancy? Let's get even more fancy with this. So now we can go to insert, and we can go to shapes real quick, and you can go and put a curve on this. So I like to use the curve tool. We're going to go to curve, and I'm just going to start left clicking every once in a while, just left clicking where I want to go. I'm going to make this into kind of cutting this out to make like a unique custom background, and it just makes it even nicer. So now we have this like kind of blob on the page. It automatically turns blue, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to shape fill. Now, instead of text, we're at shape. We want to go shape fill. We want to go like this, and we want to push white. Then we want to go to the shape outline, and we want to make sure that that's black. Okay. I hope you're following along with me. And if you're finding value in this video, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I released videos weekly in multiple videos per week. Just valuable content like this where I do tutorials and I show you different methods of making money online. In this case, this relates to KDP publishing. So you can publish these unique coloring books and you can publish them on the Amazon KDP platform and make money. I'm showing you right now how you can make custom coloring books that nobody else is making. So we're going to jump back in. So you have this right here. And then what we're going to do now is we have, I like to go to the shape outline, go to weight, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see if we can make that pop again. And then the next thing that we want to do is we want to send this backwards. send it backwards, and then you have your text. So check that out. Looks pretty cool to me. So you can do the same stuff. I'm showing you that you can do the same stuff here that you can do in Microsoft PowerPoint, that you can do in Canva, and you can do in other tools. So a lot of people are very comfortable with using Microsoft Word. So this just kind of gives you some tips on how to do this. I don't personally make my books in Microsoft Word, but I know that you can do it. And I wanted to kind of experience this with you guys and just kind of go through it and see what we can come up with. And I think we're coming up with something pretty cool. Let's go back up here, and I want to show you a different type of coloring page that you can create as well. Not just text on the page, but let's say that you're creating a coloring book for adults and you want a really cool shape. Okay, so I also got some shapes from Creative Fabrica, but to speed up the video, I'm going to go ahead and just bring one in real quick. We're going to go insert, we're going to go pictures, we're going to go from this device, and we're going to go up. Let's see here, where are those? Under downloads, where do I have it? It's under animal coloring pages, animals, PNG, and let's bring in, there's some cool cats, different cool stuff. Wow, that's a lion right there. Looks pretty cool. Let's bring the lion in, and it did go to the bottom page. Okay, so we brought the lion in, and I'm going to go ahead and just center it up right about there. And actually what you can do is drag this over so you can really be sure that it's kind of centered. We can just move that over there. And I'm going to just drag that up a little bit and bring that down a little bit. So now you can kind of see that there's that line in the back. Now, you're not going to really be able to color that or do anything with that. So we need to put some type of background behind this that is sort of like what we did down here with the text. So what we're going to do, we need to grab our shape tool again. We need to do an insert, and we need to do a shape, and we need to do a curve again. And we need to pay attention to kind of where we're going with this, right? Whoops. And then we're just going to start going around the lion, kind of curving around a little bit, right? Just going to curve around. You can almost barely see him. And I'm just left clicking every time I kind of want to curve it a little bit, until we lock it up somewhere right around here. There it is. Oops. Alrighty. So then we have our background there. We're going to go to shape fill. We want it to be white. We want it to be black on the background. And I'm going to weight this again at about 2 1/4. All right. So then now we have this background. Okay. Let's see if we can bring the line. We're going to grab this and we're going to send this backwards. So send it backwards and then check it out. So now you have this line in the background. You could get even more fancy if you want. You can maybe see what it looks like with the background shape. Let's see here. That's the, I'm going to send that back one more time. So send backwards. I'm going to grab this and we're going to do shape fill. And I'm going to try black, and then I'm going to send this backwards. Send backwards. That one's not going to work because the PNG transparent background. So that's fine. We can just do an undo and just undo. So there you have it. There's a coloring page. Now, certainly you can do some different things with it. You could color that in. You could use this as a really cool book cover, but look at how this kind of goes with this background. Imagine coloring this in that white background right here. You could color a solid color, then you could color the lion, then you could color that. And this could like be a really cool coloring. So pretty cool stuff. You have that, and then just skip a page and then do some text. And you could just really create a custom coloring book. What you do when you're done with this is build as many pages as you want, and then you just go up, File, and then you're going to push Export, and you're going to go ahead and export this as a PDF, and you can export it as a PDF, and then you're ready. You're ready to upload this. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. This way you don't miss out on any future videos just like this. If you are a KDP publisher and you are publishing coloring books right now, then you might want to check out my Gold Coloring Book Custom Pack. This is a very unique package that you will not find on any other platform like Creative Fabrica. I hired professional designers to create these background graphics that are perfect for adult coloring books of any kind. I use them specifically for quotes type coloring books. This gold pack also comes with 2 done-for-you PowerPoint templates that all you have to do is add your text to, and you have a coloring book. The hard work is done for you. Click the first link in the description to check it out. This pack is currently on sale right now, so get it before the price goes back up. See you next time.